Gecko 135th British Bedford radio command truck. Part 2, realistic worn varnish on wood. Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, it's really good to have you with us. Right, before we start, I need to say I know this isn't realistic. My guess is that when they painted these trucks, everything was painted in the brown colour. So I know that, but I wanted to do it. It's something I've been thinking about for a long time. Something I've been striving for is to get really realistic wood, as some of you may know. So I've tried to adapt a technique that I've used before, that I'll link that video to up at the top there. And I just wanted to take it one step further and see if I could get realistic peeling varnish on wood. So yeah, see what you think. So I wanted to start by putting some wood grain onto the wood. Now last time I did it, I used this, which is stupidly huge. It's a wire brush I found in my shed. And it was very hard to control, so I thought there must be a better way of doing it. So in my Dremel accessory set, I found a really small wire brush, and it works really well. So you just drag it down in the direction of the planks, and this just breaks up the surface and makes it look like wood grain. I actually went one step further later on because I found that fitted my pin vise really well. So I will definitely be using this again. So yeah, just drag that down over all the planks and just create a bit of texture. A lot of it won't be seen, but it does break up the surface. There you go, you can see how well that's worked. There's some nice wood grain in the surface of the plastic. So I went round and I did all the panels like that. Then it was time to prime everything, so I used VMS black primer, which I know I keep saying this, but if you're not using it, you really ought to, because it's really good stuff. You just hose it on and it self levels, and is brilliant. Okay, let's mix some paint. So I wanted a really bleached out wood, old wood. So I went with 7 drops of warm grey, 2 drops of buff, and 1 drop of pale grey, just to desaturate the colour. And this gives a nice grey wood colour. This was then sprayed over all the wooden parts that make up the back radio area of the truck. Now it's important when I do this that I end up with quite a wet coat for the next part of the process. So I go quite heavy. Yes, it probably gets rid of quite a lot of the surface texture I put in, but we'll soon get that back with the next step. So a nice heavy coat, and then we will proceed. Now I'm quite lucky that at work I have access to sawdust, and I also have access to a mill. So I've ground this down to 1 mil, and even then it's probably too big. But just with a sieve and some regular sawdust, you can get all the really small particles out of it. And then just put that onto the wet paint, and then with a brush just sort of grind it in, and this will give some nice wooden texture. There's far too much sawdust there. You really only want the smallest amount that will attach itself to the plastic. What I ended up doing was thinning down the original paint, and then dabbing that on as well, just trying to get some of the sawdust to stick. Here I'm still working it into the surface, and you can see the sawdust has got wetter now, and this is really the end now, so I'm going to take most of this off, and just leaving some fibres in the surface of the paint, just to give some realistic wood texture to the planks. Okay, so that's what we're left with. It's just a rough surface, but it does start to look like wood. Okay, so the next step in the process is just with my wire brush. I'm just going to work those fibres and try and bring back some of the wood grain in the surface. You can see that's starting to appear again. There you go, just finishing that off. And there you can see the the effect. So really nice wood effects on the surface, which is the start to make it look like real wood. Okay, the next step is just a very dilute mix of buff and Payne's grey oil paints, and I'm just applying this like a filter. And again, this is just to bleach the colour out of the wood even more. So I'm just putting that on in a pretty random fashion. I'm not going over everything, but it's just like acting as a filter. Okay, once that's dried, and I used a hairdryer for that, I'm just going to do some oil dot filtering, just with a variety of browns and some olive green as well, just to bring in some sort of feeling of the wood grain. So lots of little dots, and then blend it all together with a flat brush, slightly dampened with some thinner, and the thinner I'm using is VMS Universal Weathering Carrier, and I'm trying to go along the direction of the planks, obviously, to make the wood grain effect. So there you go, that's just blending it together. And there you can see the effect, how that's really brought a bit of variety to the surface. Okay, the next step is probably the most important part of the process, and this is just a layer of matte varnish, just to protect all the previous layers. Okay, the next process looks identical to the previous process, but this is a quite thin layer of VMS chipping fluid, just so that we can use this to create the worn varnish effect. Okay, now I'm going to be revealing my secret. If you ever want to do any sort of furniture or anything where you want some nice wood, then this is the secret. So this is Tamiya Clear Orange, and to be honest with you, this is the first time I've sprayed it. Normally I just brush it on, but it gives a really nice glossy varnish look to wood. Normally I would do it on a darker colour, like a flat brown or chocolate brown, and you get some really nice effects with it. And here I'm just using it to give a sort of varnish pine, I guess, And yeah, that's the big secret. So Tamiya orange, I have thinned it with some Tamiya thinners, and just spray it on. And then we come to chip it. So this is a different part of the truck. This is the front wall, but the effect is the same. Just some water and a scruffy brush, and just work away at it. Now this is the bit I didn't know was going to work, but it did, and I was really happy with what happened. So just scrub away at it. Because I had painted so many different parts, it took a while to chip because it had dried too much. But if you keep working at it, and it will eventually just start to break up the surface, and then the chipping will happen really quickly after that. And there you go. That's the effect I was after. So I think it's worked really well. And there's the floor. So I think that's a really effective way of achieving it. Here's the finished back of the truck. I have gone back and just done some more highlights. More highlights on the bare wood, and also I've applied a bit more of the orange, just to make it a bit darker in the recesses. But there you go. What do you think, guys? I think that it was quite a long process, but I think the results worked really well. I say it's probably not realistic in this truck. I'm sure they just painted it brown all over, but that was less appealing to me, and as I say, I wanted to experiment. So there you go, that'll do for this week. Thanks for watching. I hope you found that useful, and just go out there and try stuff, and you might be surprised with what you can achieve. Let me know in the comments how you think I did. Please like this video if you've liked it, and please subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you again soon. Bye.